What's up? What's up? What's up, family? How are you? I meant to have that television turned off behind me, but it's okay. It is on. Y'all get to see what my kids play around with watching YouTube, especially the small one. I just got a message that said, "Where are we meeting?" So I want to make sure that we are live in the group. Hello, YouTube. What's going on? We are also streaming live on YouTube right now, and we are streaming live in the Christian Founders Facebook group. What's up, Sharitha? I see you. Okay, hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure. All right. I see y'all hopping on. I want to make sure everybody is here. How you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. Now, just so you know, if you have not given StreamYard permission to pop your name up, this is what it looks like to me on the screen. It just so happens that I have Facebook open, so I could tell that is the beautiful Riri. What's going on? And I think that was Teresa that said hello. So what's going on, y'all? Welcome. Let me make sure that everyone can find us. Hold on, let's see if I can grab the stream really quick. Here, let's see if we can make it easy to be found. There we go. I think I just made it easy for everyone to find us. I think I did. All right. How y'all doing this Friday? I'm so pumped up about this trainer today, y'all. Like beyond excited. You're gonna see my dog behind us quite a bit. She is a bigger dog, so she has heavy feet. All right. So you're gonna see her behind us. Welcome as you are trickling in. Welcome. I see you. So for those of you who I've never had the opportunity to meet before, what's up? I am Demita McGee. I am the creative mind behind Christian Founders. And if you are watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Welcome. Listen, if you are watching this on YouTube, I want you to know that you can also subscribe to my channel as well. All right, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. The mission of Christian Founders, the mission of my YouTube channel is to help existing and aspiring entrepreneurs continue to launch businesses, but to also align them with biblical principles so you can have the ultimate type of freedom that you desire. Okay. And one small thing that you can actually do to help support that mission, if you are on YouTube, I want you to like this video. I want you to subscribe to this channel, but I also want you to share it with someone. If you are in the Christian Founders community, I want you to share our community with somebody that you know could also use this encouragement and information as well. Is that fair? All right, cool. If we're not connected, y'all, let's make sure we get connected. I'm also on Instagram as well, and that's where you can find me. But let's dig into what today is all about. I'm so hyped and so excited about today's topic because it is something that I struggled with for quite some time. And I know a lot of people struggle with this. So I want y'all to talk to me today. I want y'all to be interactive today. I want you to be comfortable communicating with me in the comments. I want you to ask me questions if you have questions. I want you to do all those things. But today we are specifically talking about how do I price my services? And you know, I did something new as we shared this in the Facebook group and created the event in the Facebook group. Something cool happened that I didn't even know was going to happen. Facebook, y'all shocked me when y'all make all these changes. It created this group where we were able to chat. And some of the ladies in the group actually shared some of the struggles that they were having or that they have had. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read a couple of the things because not everybody decided to become a part of that chat that we had. But I want to share a few things with you that some of our ladies actually shared with us, and I get it, right? So we have one woman who said, I'm hoping to get some insight on how to effectively charge for my services. I struggle with prices because I want to charge my worth, but at the same time, I want to be reasonable. Who has that same challenge? You want to charge more, but you also want to be reasonable at the same time. Okay. Who has that? There was another woman who was so vulnerable, and I appreciate you so much for sharing. She said, I just pray for direction and clarity, on how to service my customers and my clients because all my customers are not priced the same. Right. And family gets me all the time. Listen to this. She said, I need this, Demita. I wear my heart on my sleeve and I listen to folks' issues. The lump in my throat comes up and she has tears and finds herself giving away her services for free. Y'all hear that? For free. Now listen, all of her things, everything that she sells is not service-based. Some of these require supplies, products, food, gas, time, and energy. And she's giving it all away. She says they thank her with a smile, a hug, or even a handshake, but then she never hears from them again. Who can relate? Like, who can relate? Do you find yourself giving things away for free? Right? Who can relate? How many times has someone reached out to you and they said, "Hey, I just have a question. I just want to pick your brain." I had someone reach out to me and said, "Listen, you've been doing this business thing for a while and I'm starting, and I was wondering if I could just talk to you." You can talk right after you pay for your strategy session. How many times has someone picked your brain for free and you didn't have the courage to say, "I'm not giving away all of this knowledge that you obviously value, but you don't want to pay for"? And the moment I sent the link for the strategy session, guess what happened? I didn't hear from them again because I'm not giving away time and services for free. Okay, we have another founder in the group who says that, let's see, where we go. She shut down. She has a publishing company, y'all. She shut down when COVID took over. She became her grandmother's caregiver, reopened in April, and things are going well and expanding, but she's a one-woman show. And like our other founder said, I find myself giving discounts and free services too often. The word for the day, my loves, is boundaries. You have to create them, but more importantly, you're going to have to enforce them. You're going to absolutely have to enforce your boundaries. So that's going to be an important word for the day. And then I have another beautiful founder who said that I intend to gain knowledge of what my kingdom prices should be. If I'm aligned with the kingdom, then it will all be just and fair for all, which is so good. Okay, let's dig in. Do you find yourself being able to relate? Look at this. Me, I can relate. Okay, so let's dig in. Okay, the first thing that I want to start with today, you guys, is I had to learn myself that there are these things that are holding us back. Somebody just said, I don't even realize I'm giving away free info all the time. You are. There are people who respect what you do. Okay. What happens is they value the services, they value your knowledge, but they don't understand that they devalue your knowledge when they want you to give it to them for free. And you don't understand that you also devalue your knowledge when you just give it away for free. So let's talk about some of the things that you must do in order to figure out, where do we start? The first thing, y'all, is you got to understand, if you're starting a brand new business, oftentimes you don't feel like you have the experience necessary to be able to charge what you want to charge. Like, that's the big thing. I don't have the experience. I can't do that. Hello, I don't know who that is, but what's up? Welcome to the broadcast today. So you will find yourself like, I don't have the experience. Let me stop you right now and tell you, you may not have the experience, but you are qualified. Hear me clearly. I want you to tell yourself right now, I'm qualified. And that qualification is going to help you get the experience. Okay. Now, if you've been in business for a minute and you haven't been able to consistently generate the kind of income you want, I want to be the one to tell you that when you do not have a lot of clients, you're going to end up having to charge a premium price, especially if you do one-on-one work. But what stops you from charging what you want to charge in the first place? Because some of you guys want to charge more, but you won't. One of the biggest things is that you feel like you can't. And I'm here to tell you right now, with absolute certainty, that you absolutely can. No question. You absolutely can, right? So you feel like, one, I'm not qualified. You feel like, man, who am I to charge this kind of money? Who am I to charge this much for this service? Nobody else that I see charges this kind of money. And you actually put people who are doing better than you in business on a pedestal that they may not deserve to be on. And since you put them on that pedestal, you don't believe that you can charge those types of prices for your services. So let's break down how most people, or a lot of people in business, especially when you're starting out, how you price your services. Oftentimes you'll price them by the hour. You'll say, okay, I'm going to give you a really good example, right? Let's just say you're a copywriter, right? Let's use a copywriter. Let's just make such a great example. So if you have a copywriter who charges by the hour. So a good copywriter, or a copywriter period, is somebody who may write sales pages. They may do Facebook ads for you, but they're the person that writes all of the details in the description, and they do it so well. Really good copywriters can demand $100 or more per hour. So they're really exceptional at telling stories and using the trigger words and invoking emotion where you're just like, I gotta get this right now, which is why people will pay someone to write emails for them. Which is why people will pay someone to, write their sales pages. People will pay someone to give really good descriptions of their products on their website. Okay. So let's say that a company comes to this copywriter. All right. And they say, listen, we got a new campaign coming up. We would love for you to write our emails. And we really like a 10 email sequence, meaning I want you to write 10 individual emails while we launch this service, launch this product, right? And the copywriter's thinking, okay, 10 emails, I can do this in my sleep, $100 an hour. It's going to take me an hour to do each email, 10 emails, that's $1,000. Boom. Quotes the company $1,000 for these emails, right? And so what happens? The people read it, the company uses it, their clients love it, their customers love it, the people who see it love it, and they end up generating more money that year than they did the previous year. So now they've literally doubled their revenue in a year to $400,000 because of how effective and amazing this copywriter was. These emails were incredible. And so they go back to this copywriter and they say, listen, we'll call her Emily. Listen, Emily, check this out. Because of your emails, we were able to double our revenue. Thank you so much. We earned $400,000 just based on the emails that you sent. And this is at the point that Emily starts to realize $400,000. I only charged them $1,000 for these emails. What? $1,000? I could have charged them $2,000, $4,000. I could have charged them $10,000 for those 10 emails, and it would have still been worth it because they would have still earned $400,000. Y'all see that? That's called value-based pricing, not being cost or not pricing yourself per hour. You know, another challenge when you price yourself based upon time and per hour. Let's imagine that Emily has been a copywriter now it's been 5 years. And so obviously she's getting more skilled and she's getting better. And so now 5 years later, those same emails, those same 10 emails that would have taken her 10 hours to do, now they only take her 5 hours to do. And she's even better at the job. And if she still does it per hour, the same work 5 years later, she earns less money for. And she's even better at the job. Do you see how that can just be crazy? Do you guys see that? Right? Drop some comments. Let me know if you feel me. I have to remember that a lot of the times when you're watching, you're listening. And so sometimes it's hard to remember to type in the chat, but I need y'all to talk back to me. Okay. So why do we get in the habit of pricing our own services on a time basis? It's because we're accustomed to it. We've all worked typical regular jobs. A lot of us are professional. A lot of us, meaning we've worked in corporate America. And in a lot of cases, even if you're salaried, in a lot of cases, it's still broken down by the hour. You learned your whole life how to get paid by the hour. And so when you come into this world of entrepreneurship and you create your own business, you are still thinking hourly instead of value. I love it. I love it. Someone says this is good and it makes sense. And so because you come into this world thinking hourly, thinking time, you don't realize that as an entrepreneur, you do something different. You give a lot of value, not time. So what I want you to understand is not pricing by the hour. I want you to think price based upon value. Price based upon value. Demita, I don't know how to do that. Back up for a second. I got you. Before I dig into more of pricing by value, do you know another reason why a lot of people do not do this? I'm going to give you a really great example from my own life. As I work with clients now, as a coach especially, if I got any coaches out there, let me know. As a coach, any kind of coach, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a business coach. Yes, price based upon value. As I work with clients, one of the things that I've realized and I've been challenged on is oftentimes as a coach, we'll work with someone, and if they're not successful, we always just put 100% of the responsibility on them and say, oh, it's because they didn't do what I told them to do. They didn't follow the proprietary process that I put in place, right? And yes, when you're working with someone, it is your client's responsibility, 100% of their responsibility to ensure that they are following the plan that you create. But what if you got a really crappy plan? What if you're a coach and you're not good at it? What if that's the problem? You know, one of the other reasons that people are afraid to price based on value, because you're not 100% certain that you can get your clients results. You know how I can say that? Because that was me. There was a time when I just was not sure that I could get my clients the results. I wasn't sure. I knew I could get them going. I knew I could get them started, but I wasn't sure that I knew what it took to carry them through to help them get significant results. Now, if you can say that to yourself, if you can admit that you're not sure if you can get them results, guess what the next question is that you need to ask yourself? How do I get them better results? How do I do that? When you start to ask that question, guess what happens? You become better at what you do because you create a better program. When you create good programs that you now are confident you can get the results that your clients are looking for, guess what happens? Now you feel more confident actually basing your prices on value and not time. You feel a lot more confident now. Okay, so how do I base my prices on value? I'll give you a great example. What is it that you actually help your customers and your clients achieve? What is that? Are we looking at dollar wise? Like, do you help them get a book deal? And in that book deal, do you help them solidify an extra 25 grand in the first 90 days? So if you help them solidify a $25,000 book deal, why would you only charge $200 for your service? Why would you give that away for free? Why would you let people just pick your brain? No. You give value. You charge according to the receipts that you can help your clients get. If you're a health coach, oftentimes you look at, well, I'm a health coach. I can't tangibly quantify what that looks like in dollars, but you can quantify what it looks like when it comes to their life. You're extending their life. You're adding more joy to their life. You're adding more fulfillment to their life. The fact that now they can spend time with their family without being exhausted because you've helped them get their weight in check. The fact that they can chase after their kids and play hide and go seek without being exhausted. The fact that they don't want to just veg out all day on the couch and now they actually want to spend time and do some things outside with their family. You guys, those are results. Those are receipts. And that's what you have to quantify. And so what I want you to look at when you're trying to figure out how do I price my services, you're looking at value. Value only. Okay? Value-based pricing, not time-based. You are going to cheat yourself out of so much money if you only focus on time. You're going to cheat yourself out of so much money if you do not get rid of this mind trash that is holding you back, all of the limiting beliefs that tell you you're not worthy of it. You are worthy, and you're worthy now. It's not later. You have everything that you need right now to execute at a higher level. You just have to do the thing so you can actually believe what you are capable of doing. Now, let's back up for a second. When I was in my business, the first year that I launched my coaching company, you guys, I'm telling you, I nickeled and dimed myself to death. It was insane. I look at the quality of work that I did back then. I'm like, what was wrong with you? This stuff was good. Why didn't you believe that it was good? I literally had, and I shared this with the group. I had a coaching program that was $47 a month. It's not even an option today. It's not even an option. Right? And it was a group coaching program with almost like a dozen people in the program. $47 a month. Crazy. What went into everything that I taught in that program? There was the fact that I went to school to learn these things. There was the fact that I purchased so many different courses and programs so I could learn even more. We're talking thousands, plurals of dollars. There was the experience that went into it, the trial and error. Okay, this works, this doesn't work. There was the intellectual property. See, a lot of you guys are creating intellectual property, IP. You're creating things from your mind, from your experience, and from your education, from your training, from additional certifications, from courses, from all the things. You're creating unique proprietary information, and you're giving it away for pennies. All of that goes into the value that you give. All of it. All of that goes into the value you provide. So where do you start? Let me tell you, all coaches have a coach. And when my business coach told me this, it blew my mind. But she was right. She was right. I remember when she said, so where do you start? So I want you guys to think about this right now. What is your current price for your service? Like your signature thing. What's like your current price for that? You know what you do in order to get close to the value? In order to get close? Yes. Intellectual property is absolutely priceless. That's Crystal. I just looked over and saw who that is. Hey, Crystal. And so, you know what you do to get close to your value? Especially if you have been struggling with this for a while. Are you ready? I want you to take the price that you have in your mind of your signature service, and I want you to double it. Double it. I'm working with one of my one-on-one clients right now. Okay. And this is the interesting thing. She said, I asked her the program that we're creating together. It's actually her program. We're not creating it together. I'm coaching her through the process. She said, Demita, I'm thinking maybe $1,600, maybe. I said, really? That's what you're thinking? I can tell you that's not enough. You guys, she is designing a program for BIPOC women, Black, Indigenous people of color. Because I don't know if you guys realize this. I didn't know this. I've had 3 children, okay? And I still had no idea that the number of Black women who die in childbirth is so high. I had no clue. And so what she helps women do is create alternative birth plans so it's not a stressful process, so they can really have an experience that they themselves have designed. Now, you tell me, is someone living through that process worth more than $1,600? Look at the value. I just told you guys, it's about value. Look at what she's been able to do. Look at what she's helping women do. She's helping them birth their children, create an experience, a memorable experience, but also live through it. Live through it. That's worth a hell of a lot more than $1,600. At minimum, I told her you must double it. Minimum. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is y'all need to double your prices. 9 times out of 10, imposter syndrome is real, especially among women. Especially among women. If you're a woman of color, if you're Black, if you're brown, it's insanely real. Double your prices, sis. Do it today, unapologetically. And when you actually share it with somebody, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be very, very nervous. Let me tell you, I took my coaching program from $1,000 a month to $2,500 a month. And the first time I said it out loud, I was like, ooh. But I said it and I meant it. You know why? Because if you can earn $10,000 a month, why would you not pay $2,500 to learn how to do it quicker? Why wouldn't you? And that's exactly what we do. And so I want you to think value-based. Now, for my people out there who are like, they can't be your best friend. I know. You got to work through the mind trash. Let me tell you something, Crystal. Let me tell you something. You were worthy before. You were enough before. You are enough now. You will always be enough. All I've ever known is Crystal, the writer. That's all I've ever known. Think about it. Crystal and I went to college together. Since Crystal graduated, all I've seen is Crystal, the writer. You have spent the last 20 years perfecting your craft. The last 20 years. You are worthy. You are enough. You charge a premium price. You get people results. The one thing that I tell my clients all the time, if you are afraid of the price, you never bring your price down. You get your value up. I just told you to double your price because I'm pretty sure it's not enough, especially if you and imposter syndrome are in bed together. It's not enough. Now listen to this. Once you double that price, if you're still like, Demetra, I don't know, then you got to get your results up. You got to figure out how to put more value into this program so that program becomes something you're confident sharing. I am 100% confident letting my clients know the moment you sign this agreement and you pay this fee, oh, it's all hands on deck and we're going to get you results. No question. You got to know with conviction that you can help your clients get results. If you don't know that with conviction, then I need you to get back to your program and I need you to create a stronger program. But the program you have today is full of your experience. It's full of your trial and error. It's full of your intellectual property, all of the education that you've gotten, the resources that you've created and compiled, all of that. 20 years of experience, Crystal. All of that goes into that program now. You are qualified now, like right now, today, and you can still make it better. Okay. Now I know I got you guys out there thinking, okay, am I chasing money? Am I aligning with biblical principles? Let me help you understand something. Abraham, we always hear it in church, don't we? Dear Lord, the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I remember teaching on Abraham once. And when I really studied his life, really studied his life, what I learned that I did not know, y'all, was how wealthy Abraham was. God told Abraham to get up and go to a place that I will show you. Get up and go. Do you know one of the reasons he was able to just get up and go? Because he didn't have a bunch of attachments that were holding him back. But he got up, he took his servants with him. He took his family with him. He took his livestock, his cattle. He took all of his possessions with him. And when you go back and you read the story, you'll see just how much he was able to bring with him. See, his wealth was tied up in all of the animals that he had. It looked different. He didn't have dollar bills then. He had livestock back then. Today, wealth may look a little different, how we accumulate it, but he was wealthy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Abraham was able to take his servants and his family with him and take care of them. He was wealthy. Why do we think Jesus was poor? Why? You know, he chose the life he was living, but he never told you you had to live in poverty. Never. Never. Are you wondering, why is this something that's so insanely important to me? Because I've watched us over and over and over and over and over again underprice ourselves, devalue our services, and then you watch someone else doing what you do really well, and they're getting paid hand over fist, and you're just watching. And you want to do more. And this is where this thought comes into place. If I have another person come to me and tell me they want to start a nonprofit organization and they think it's something noble because they want to help people that are really struggling, I'm telling you, go make some money first. And you can help people in a completely different way. Go get paid first. Imagine the causes that you could support if you actually had the funds to be able to do so. Imagine. Now, some of the objections that I'll get or that I get when we talk about this, one, people aren't going to pay that much. Why wouldn't they? They absolutely are going to pay that much. Have you seen the things that people are buying lately? Listen, if sis can spend $1,000 on her 3-year-old's birthday party, trust me, someone's willing, able, and excited to pay for your service. They are. Okay? If someone can have, I'm still floored at how much that Samsung flip phone costs, but this one, $900. If we could spend this kind of money on technology, someone is willing to pay for your program. I need you to get out of that mindset that no one's willing to pay. They are. And most of the people that I've ever had challenges with when it comes to payment or when it comes to pricing, it's people who really struggle to pay lower prices because they have to hold on to every dime. But when I say, listen, coaching is $10,000 for 4 months, you could break it up into $2,500, paying $2,500 each month. Guess what? The person who's like, I am ready to take my business all the way beyond. Here it is. I'm ready to go. Let's work. They don't waste your time. How many times did you think you were doing someone a favor and they turned out to be a pain in the ass client? I'm sorry, I'm a Christian who curses. I'm working on it. How many times did that happen? Probably a lot. A lot. So when you price your services accordingly, guess what you do? You actually push out the individuals who are more challenging for you to work with. And you end up working specifically with those individuals that can afford your services. I'll be done in a minute, baby. Go back there. I'm almost done. Okay? Play your game. Thank you. We're almost done. Okay. So, what questions do you guys have? I'm so happy that this is so helpful. What questions do you guys have? Is there anything that I could answer as we are wrapping up? The biggest thing that I want you to understand is no more charging by the hour. That's gone. That's out of here. You're not an employee. You are an entrepreneur. You are a founder. And as a founder, you charge based upon the value you provide. If you're struggling to understand the value you provide, the first step that I want to tell you is take your current prices and double them. And then if you feel like, oh my God, that's too much, I want you to make sure that you can increase your value until you're confident with that price. Work on getting your clients results. Get your client results. Okay. That's what you work on, because when you get them results, you're excited about that price that you paid. They're excited about the price that they paid. When I started working with, I have a couple of coaches right now, right? I'm working with a couple, not a couple business coaches, but one of my business coaches I'm working with, oh my God, it wasn't cheap at all. But I was so excited to drop that money down and say, let's get to work. Because I knew with absolute certainty that she could help me pull out of me and get me to that next level, whatever it needed to come out. I knew she could help me do it, and I was ready. All right, guys. So we are done for the day. What I do want to make sure that you guys are aware of, I hope you saw the post that I shared in the group, in the Christian Founders group. You guys. I am looking for, let me tell you, some really dope, amazing women. Now, I'm sorry for my guys, because this one actually is for the women. So I do apologize, but you gotta know, this is about to be amazing. So what I'm doing right now is I haven't released all the details, and we actually have someone who's already signed up for the program. I got on the phone with her yesterday and I'm so pumped up. Congratulations, Mila. She is the very first person to have signed up for this program. I'm really, really excited about what I'm gonna be able to help you guys do. Hold on, let me find this thing really quick. Where did it go? So I can make it easy for me. Okay, here we go. So what I am doing that I'm super, super, super pumped about, and as I was saying, I haven't released the details yet, but I want you to know that the mission of what I'm doing is to help 100 BIPOC women, especially, this is all women, but especially my women of color. Because I want you to go from overwhelmed. I want you to go from stressed out. I want you to go from struggling to a successful entrepreneur within the next 3 years. It is doable, y'all. I've been able to do it and I'm just so grateful. And see, I want to help you take your idea, because that's challenging. I want to help you take your idea, refine it, and I want to help you create your signature service. That's what we're doing, okay? I want to help give you training and startup support for less than 7% of what it would cost if you were working with me in a one-on-one capacity. Okay. And I shared this. Why? Because I want to see a bunch of brown families, pictures on Instagram, out and about, enjoying one another, because they're not stressed out about money. They're not strapped for cash. Okay. So this program is for you. If you are a woman, okay, and you want to be in a community of badass boss women, you are a professional and you're looking to pursue freedom through entrepreneurship, it's for you. If you honestly want to start a profitable service-based business, you're a cool person, you are coachable, you are kind, you want to hang out with me, all right, you can actually keep a secret, because this is exciting. So like I said, we have one person right now who has come on board. I'm so excited for her. Congratulations. Shout out to Milagros. She hails from New York City, or from New York. She's from Harlem. Dopest, just so dope. I'm so excited to be able to work with her. The biggest thing though, you guys want to upgrade your social circle. You want to start hanging out with some bosses. You want to upgrade your mindset, then this program is actually for you. If this is something that interests you, I should also tell you, you will be one of the founding members of this program. We're actually co-creating part of it together. When I was talking to Mila, she gave me some really great ideas to enhance it that I'm looking at as well. So if this is something that is important to you, all you need to do is one of two things. I'm gonna make it really easy. You can actually schedule a call here, or let's chat. Text BOSS, BAWSE, to this number right here. All right, 708-406-9195. It is time to stop struggling with pricing. We go over that in detail in the program. It's time to stop struggling with pricing. It's time to completely get rid of the mind trash that's holding you down. It's time to get out of bed with imposter syndrome. It's time to let go of all those things. It's time to stop accepting your family and friends' sob stories, put real boundaries in place, and actually uphold those boundaries so you can grow as a business professional. Either you really want to do this or you're lying to yourself. It sounds good to be an entrepreneur, but you're not willing to put your foot down, draw a line in the sand, and make it happen. If you are looking to start and for real launch your own profitable service-based business, go ahead and text BOSS to 708-406-9195. That is where we will connect and finish up the process. I'm only taking 20 women. That is it. Max 20 founding members. And at this point, there are only 19. I haven't even released the program yet. So at this point, we only have 19 spaces left, 19 spaces, and it will completely max out. And I'm excited because I get to work with you guys. I get to. And I'm so honored and so excited and so grateful. So y'all, thank you again for hanging out with me. I pray this was helpful and valuable. I will see you the next time. Have an incredible weekend. And that's it for now. Peace out, y'all. See you later. Bye-bye.